Hey, welcome guys to Gita's Kitchen. It's a show about holistic health, body, mind, spirit, health. And I'm really excited today because I have Bryce who has helped me do Kambo several times. And Kambo is a healing, cleansing medicine from the Amazon. And it's a very intense experience and super trippy, super wild, but probably the most amazing thing I've ever done. And it helps people. I'll read some things out for you, but it helps people with depression, migraines, blood circulation, Alzheimer and Parkinson, vascular insufficiency, organ diseases, cancer, fertility problems, deeply rooted toxins, chronic pain, addictions, fever and infections, and negative energies. But more than just that, it really, I think, cleans out your ability to focus and manifest things. So it's like an instant cleansing of karma, almost, I would say, if there's such a thing, or cause and causality. But I'll let Bryce explain better. He is
Sure.
Kambo man.
Thanks for having me here.
It's my pleasure.
You should introduce your dog as well, no?
Oh yeah, little. That was little dog.
The...
He's left now, but.
Oh, now he's back. Okay.
Oh.
So it's perfect. You got the kitchen. You got the dog, and.
Yeah, but look, I don't think I can have the dog. He wants my attention.
So.
Just sit.
Yeah, Kambo is a really interesting medicine, and it's been used for, I don't know, hundreds of years at least that we know of. Kambo is actually a Western name for it. It's called Kampu in the Brazil tribes. In Peru, the Matses, for example, they call it, the Matses tribe, they call it Daukit, or Acate is the main name for that. And then they also call it Sapo, but in Spanish, Sapo means toad. And they learned that when the Spaniards came and just kind of stuck and became the name. But this frog, there are the big ones maybe are like the size of your hand, and those are the females. They're a little bit larger. The males are about 2/3 of that size, and the secretion from the females is a little more gentle, and the males are a little bit stronger. And then there's a third Kambo frog that's like this big that lives in the very top of the trees. That's a male, and it never comes down, and it is super strong. Like if we'll talk about like dosage and stuff like that, but if you did maybe 3 points of medicine with that, it'd probably equal like 15 or something.
Wow.
Of regular Kambo. But yeah, this medicine is, well, okay, so I don't know where to begin, I guess, but this medicine, the main reason that it's given down in the tribes, down in the jungle, is for receiving energy and hunter's luck. That's the main reason. So they take it very seriously, the Matses tribe, and they will only serve it to themselves or receive it from the best hunter, medicine man or woman, shaman or elder of the tribe. And so they use this medicine as a transfer of energy, and so it's very important who you receive it from, that the person's specifically not lazy. That's the main thing. And I've interviewed, I don't know, 30-something Matses people, and I asked what's the most dangerous thing about Kambo. And I was thinking they'd come up with some health thing or whatever, and they all said receiving it from a lazy person.
Why is that?
The effect that you will receive from the Kambo will actually be less of an effect, and it can even be a negative energy effect on the body. And I've only received Kambo from maybe like 7 or 10 people in my life. I've done it like 250 times or so.
So you do it to yourself?
I serve it to myself, or I go, when I'm down in the jungle, I'll get it from these.
So for people who have never heard of Kambo at all, can you briefly explain what happens, how you administer it?
Yeah. Maybe I guess first the frog. The frog has a secretion that comes off of it, and some tribes will just massage the frog and the secretion will come out and they'll take it off. Others, the Matses, they tie it up and then scrape it off, and the frog's unharmed in the process. And this medicine gets applied onto a stick like this. This one's from Brazil here. These other ones are from the Matses, and they this one I'll just show you. So this is the Matses. They put the medicine on only this specific type of wood, and I'm forgetting the name of it, and you can see it on that side, and there's nothing on this side. They only use one-sided on the Matses.
Right.
So anyway, so the secretion dries here, and then they will wet it, and they use their saliva. People nowadays in the West are using water, and the energy doesn't transfer through as well. So it's actually important that you use saliva. There's a lot of science on Kambo, but people say that the peptides activate stronger with the saliva. I haven't really seen any documentation on that, scientific proof. But anyway, so the medicine gets moistened here, and then you'll burn the person's stick with this tamshi stick. This is actually a vine that grows on these trees down there. I don't know if I can get that off. But anyways, this vine is really, really long. And so, and it's pretty flexible. And then when it dries, it gets hard. And you just burn this side, and then usually it's applied to the arm.
Well, when I first went, I saw they applied it on different parts of the body. There was a woman, I think she had like cancer in the uterus or something like that, and she had it on the top of her vagina. My roommate had it like here for his liver. So it seems to be very specific what you're trying to heal from.
Well, yeah, so here's the thing. So when this medicine's applied, it enters through the lymphatic system, which is under your skin, and then it goes in to the lymph nodes here. The main lymph nodes are here and on your pelvis area.
Which, by the way, most Western doctors don't even believe or acknowledge the lymph system, which is the most important system there is, because it clears all the toxins and the garbage of your body. So it's like if you got good lymph circulation and you have like a good system, you're gonna eliminate much better.
Yeah, and all your allergies and things are like stuck in your lymph system. This is like your plumbing, you know. So Kambo enters through that way, and then it gets into the bloodstream. And so the strongest places to apply the medicine are right under these collarbones, and the Matses will put them in on the chest. Or the thighs, actually. There's tribes in Brazil that will only put the women and children on the ankles. This is the furthest place away. It takes a little bit longer to get in the system. It's a little more gentle and longer of a process, generally speaking.
So children do it in the Amazon?
Yeah, I've done it with 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds. I've served 5-year-olds before, yeah.
But so, very important, the whole ceremony is not psychedelic. There's nothing psychoactive, right?
No, not at all. So once it gets into your system, 200 peptides shoot in there, and they all go to different places, like to the brain, to the liver, to the organs. One will increase bile in the liver and dump old bile out of the liver and the gallbladder. Another one will send the intestinal tract into contractions. So you're not having any side effects like vomiting. These are the effects of what this medicine does. And so it'll reboot the whole system, wake the body up, and allow the body to be activated to heal itself, and then it dumps the lymphatic system. So Kambo doesn't...
Because I think commonly people think that Kambo is a poison that goes in and makes you vomit, but in fact it's peptides that reboot your system.
It's not a poison.
And then you dump all the poison that's been stored from the way we live. All the toxins from the air, from the water, from just chemicals.
Yeah, it is quite amazing. And to touch on what you were saying before about your first time, whether using these acupuncture meridians or Western, Eastern medicine system. This is a theory that it could be effective, but from my experience, and I used to serve it like that, and there's a lot of schools that teach you to do that, and there's different ways to serve Kambo, and I'm not saying they're wrong or right, but in my personal experience, it's better to apply the Kambo correctly, like just so it can come in, do its job, get over the experience, and then go get acupuncture later. And I've seen people apply so much Kambo down the back, arms, all these places, and like you're getting burned in all these places, and the medicine's actually not even getting absorbed as well as if you just put it on the arm or chest or something like that. So that's my theory. The tribes all do it like that. They've never once, but they're also not from Asia, so they don't have the same knowledge
fusion,
and stuff, but who knows? But I've found more. So I was serving it on the arm first, and then the next couple years I would do the acupuncture meridians, and then I've come back to serving it the traditional way, and that's the only way I do it now. Yeah. And I find better results personally.
So how many people have you helped overcome diseases, do you think? I mean, is it normal that people come to you with a problem, or?
Yeah, I got some fluff in his mouth. So a lot of people come for some kind of spiritual thing, but I would say probably 50% of the people come for like a physical issue, and a lot of them don't know anything about ayahuasca or San Pedro or other medicines from the Amazon which have a psychedelic effect, and they're not interested in like a spiritual awakening, and they're just coming because this is their last option, and they're gonna put frog juice on them, and do this crazy purge and go through that, and then they have these miraculous healings happen, and then it opens them up to actually going deeper with other medicines. Yeah. I kind of joke with people sometimes, and I'm like, you guys in the ceremony are sitting in the laundromat, and we're the mafia, and behind us is the casino of all the medicines, of ayahuasca and all that stuff. But it really can be a really beautiful gateway.
Yeah, but I like to think like, so we have body, mind, and spirit, and that is really what we are. We are all these systems integrated, So whether a disease starts with a psychological issue, it doesn't matter. If you purify your body, you're going to change the way you think. If you change the way you think, you're going to purify your body. Anything that can get you back to like a holistic place of being, or connected to nature or God or whatever you want to call it, is going to promote you to respect your body and mind better. And definitely, like after doing Kambo and cleansing and purifying in that way, you're not going to go out and have like a hamburger because you feel so good. Why would you do that?
Yeah, a good example I share with people is that when you have candida in your stomach that's overgrown, you're just craving sugar all the time, or alcohol, which converts to sugar instantly. And you're just like, your brain is like thinking this stuff, and you think that it's you, but it's actually these organisms in your gut that are sending the signals up there. Yeah. And so when you do a cleanse like Kambo, it will put that back into balance, and then all of a sudden those cravings just go away. Yeah. And so that example also I use to explain that there's other energies in your body, and spiritual ones, and different physical things and stuff. And so some people come to Kambo with a lot of hesitation, and after they do it, they realize what energies they've let go of that were actually preventing them to do it. And so there is a spiritual cleanse happening. There's a mental cleanse happening. Sometimes people will be shaking a lot, and this is the mind being cleared. Sometimes they are sweating, vomiting, purging. There's physical cleanse. And then...
is it dangerous?
It's not. Not when it's served correctly. I've probably served it to at least 5,000 people and never once had a problem. And I've given it to people ages 5 to 93 on all sorts of crazy pharmaceuticals, and Another thing also is you can read online all these contraindications, and it's like kind of a debate right now. I don't really want to get too much into that because of just all the drama that's unfolding.
No, honestly, most people who are going to be watching this know nothing about Kambo and has never...
Yeah, okay, so, but what I was going to say is that a lot of these contraindications are being written by people who are not doctors, and they are false. And I have personally served it to people with at least like 80 or 90% of the contraindications, and I just haven't had the opportunity with the others. I also have a doctor and a psychologist that we speak with about things, and I work with a number of different plants as well to like strengthen the kidneys, the liver, or CBDs to help people with epilepsy, different medicines that we work with with the Kambo to make it available for people who not necessarily, they'll read that they can't do it because they have a heart issue or something. But it's very safe. The tribes have never, so in the Matses tribe, which I work with the most, they have never once had anybody die ever from Kambo from the beginning of time, ever. There have been probably 8 deaths about Kambo related in the last 5 years maybe, and they are all water related. So the people are doing Kambo and drinking water. So this is a Western...
Too much water?
Yeah, this is a Western adaptation with the water thing. There's not one tribe in the jungle that uses water while doing Kambo. They will drink a cassava or masato mixture, usually, which is like yucca fermented and blended up kind of in a juice. It can be, if you get really strong masato, it can be like having a beer. Like there's some alcohol in it. And you drink it until your belly's full, and then that's it. They'll put the Kambo on, you purge, that's it. If they don't have that ready, then they will drink a juice, like papaya juice or something. And if they don't have that, they will do it with nothing. Like literally
no
water, nothing. And you're definitely hacking and dry heaving and spitting up really thick bile, and it's a little bit more intense, but they even like that a lot because it's stronger and it heals
brings
the gut
everything
more.
up.
They feel like it's a better
that
cleanse.
Makes sense.
So people are now serving it with water, and they will have the person drink like a gallon of water or like 1.5 liters of water, and then they're just shaking and they're cold, all this stuff before, just full of water, and then they start putting the Kambo on and they have them drinking more water. And sometimes people are not necessarily purging out the
it's
mouth.
Just water coming out.
Yeah, well, they're like unable to purge, like their body's locked,
Right.
and then you're giving them more water, they're gonna die of water poisoning.
Right.
And they get like electrolytes depleted, sodium depleted, and I've personally seen 2 people go to the hospital from before I was serving Kambo, and yeah, they had IVs, they were okay at the end, but it's crazy.
So yeah, obviously be cautious who you do it with. Make sure you understand the person who's administering it to you, like what they're going to do to you, what their protocol is. Ask questions, lots of questions. But what's interesting about Kambo, I've had a lot of people talk to me about different issues, mental issues, physical issues. I had like a friend, super young friend, who was like 24 with breast cancer, and I really wanted her to go see Bryce, and she just got scared and couldn't do it, and she did chemo instead of, and she's lost all her hair, she's still struggling, she's in a lot of pain, and I feel like all of that could have been avoided with the help of Bryce and a few other complementary, like ozone therapy, the right kind of CBD oil, and ayahuasca, I would say, because like what ayahuasca is good at is giving you a different perspective, and it's like if you have a perspective that caused you to have like cancer at the age of 24, you need to change your perspective. That's most important. But Kambo like is a gateway, and so is ayahuasca, to better health and feeling close to the plants and eating whole food, organic, feeling a connection to your health and the planet and the oneness, you know. And if you're disconnected, which I think the most serious thing that can happen to you as a human being in this day and age is being disconnected. Hurt people hurt other people.
Mm-hmm.
People who feel no connection to other people cannot feel or have empathy.
Yeah.
So if you can do something that can reconnect you to your heart and other people, you start to be healthy again, you know?
Yeah, and to add to that, these medicines, these plants or this frog medicine, they are from the earth, and they connect you to the earth and connect you to spirit. And it's, I used to just serve Kambo, but now I work with a number of different medicines and different purgatives. I don't serve a plant called Katawa, but just talk about it real quick. It's gnarly. I took 3 drops of this resin from the tree and vomiting for several hours. Mm-hmm. And there's people that take high doses and they're puking for 18 hours, like on the ground, like this, like vomiting, diarrhea, and it'll heal cancer and supposedly HIV as well. And so it's a long process. You have to do this several times over 6 months or so. But there's many plants down in the jungle.
And actually, there's many medicines that are in ordinary food. You can go into your garden and probably heal a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
If you're just gonna eat like weed.
Yeah.
You know, like
if you know what you're...
dandelion. You can really change everything. Plants are plants, and it's medicine.
Yeah.
Just because like Kambo is like a different kind of medicine, but every plant has a medicine. It's about dosage and knowing like what it's good for.
Yeah, exactly. And the Kambo is from an animal, which is kind of interesting. And so you also, anytime you're taking a plant or an animal, whatever, you're actually fusing your energy with that. And so I've done a number of plant dietas down in the jungle, and you connect with this plant. Kambo has 3 really fascinating characteristics about it. One, has no predators. There's sometimes an eagle will catch a frog and fly off and fall out of the sky. It has the eyes move in a 360 degree, so they can see everywhere, and it only hops forward. And so the indigenous tradition, they use this to take on that energy field. I have a video on my website from River Monsters with a guy down there catching an electric eel, and these things will kill a horse. Like if they find bodies with charred stuff, and he goes to this weird tribe in the jungle. It's the Matses, and they do this ritual. They're doing Kambo. It shows it on the video. And the next day, the Matses man is holding an electric eel in his hand, and it's like this. No joke. So it fuses this energy to your field, and so it actually, other vibrations that are negative it eliminates that. And so it's known to bring a lot of luck to people with their businesses, with their relationships, with finding a partner, these kinds of things. And I don't know how that exactly works. Like, I was trying to look at everything scientifically.
I kind of do, but it's not scientific.
Yeah,
it's
the same
metaphysics.
Yeah. Well, I know that your vibration raises, your energy's cleared, and it allows you to receive more from the universe. Mm-hmm. But Kambo does specifically have something for manifesting, and it is the medicine in my life that changed me to like make things happen. Yeah. And you have a ton of energy. It will reset your sleep cycle, your metabolism. If a woman does it like 3 or 4 sessions in a lunar cycle in 28 days, most of them will have a full reset on their menstruation. And it might be like, they might have it twice in a month or something, and then all of a sudden it'll be on the new moon without headaches, without cramps, every new moon. Yeah.
The way we
so it's like putting the reset on the body. It boosts the testosterone, the estrogen, like balances the hormones in the body.
So out of the people who do it, how many are doing it just for manifestation, do you think?
A lot, yeah. Good. I would say like well, that I don't know if it's just for strict manifestation. I don't know the percentage, but it's smaller percentage for that. Maybe not. I don't know. They probably 25-35% or something, because I get a lot of people who are just coming to, they've got cancer or whatever, and then, okay, so in the West here, people are using Kambo very clinically, and somehow they do this like smoke and mirrors show of like a ceremony and shaking all this stuff around and whatever, and I'll talk about that in a second, but it's kind of like people are using it as like a vaccine and as a medicine. But in the jungle, it's the other way around. The first thing that you get from the medicine, or that they use it for, is energy, hunter's luck. The second thing is fertility, and the third is as like a vaccine, or as like they get malaria and they'll take the Kambo. So it's really important to understand that that's where this is coming from. So when people are coming for an illness, just like with other medicines like ayahuasca, your first handful of times that you're doing a medicine, you're cleaning up your karma. Yeah. And so they will see the benefits of the energy and stuff, but once people get past using it for a cleanse, or using it for health benefits or whatever, healing a disease or something, once people get past that, then they find out what Kambo is really about. Yeah. And it's so much more. It's just, yeah.
Well, I mean, so the way I started using it is I've been working with ayahuasca and definitely had a very healthy eating habits. Did a lot of detoxification with like juice cleanses and stuff. And for some reason, well, I was actually in a relationship that was pretty traumatic for me, and I was very stressed out, and for some reason this frog kept popping into my life, and I kept thinking, I'm definitely not doing that. There's no fucking way I'm doing that. Because I saw what you go through, like the vomiting, the purging. I was just like, there is no way. And with ayahuasca, I never threw up. It was just always this super peaceful experience for me. I've never had a dark experience of any kind. It's just been like divine, you know. And with the Kambo, for some reason it kept coming to me. And then you actually did a free Kambo day. I was like, okay, I was meant to go. I gotta just do it. And I came on my own, and I was so scared. And it was so intense and strange. But afterwards I felt amazing, and it definitely helped my post-traumatic stress. So much.
Good.
Yeah. I was like a furious warrior woman after. Yeah.
After the, okay, wow.
And I asked the first time I did it, I asked for clarity and communication with my partner. And I came out, and he had like the biggest news you can imagine for me about our relationship.
Oh, wow, cool.
Within a few hours.
You know, people have so much of that happen. They're like, I mean, I see it all the time, and it's not even unusual anymore to me, but like they'll get a job, or they'll have just random amazing stuff happen.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, because my friend Lotus asked for certain things. She asked to get rid of all her negative, anything that had negative energy, to live in freedom and love, to be able to travel.
And then her boyfriend dumped her. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Oh no. Her house burned down to the ground with everything in it. But her animals were safe. It totally changed her life. She asked to be able to make her own money, and that happened.
Wow.
It changed everything to exactly what she asked for. But of course, she would never have wanted her house to burn down.
Right. Yeah.
But it delivered, you know?
Well, you know, I see 3 things happen to people after Kambo. And one is that their energy shifts so much that they attract all this amazing stuff. They get a new job, they get whatever. And they have a lot of energy and everything's great. The second is that their energy changes to that vibration, but they are still living in a life with negativity. I work in Vegas a lot, and a lot of the women there work in casinos and have different jobs, like dancing or like bartenders, and it's like pretty crazy energy in Vegas, you know. And some of them have had like almost like they're like going a little crazy because like there's like drama happening suddenly. And then the third is that your entire life will just like fall apart or a part of it, and then rebuild something incredible like what Lotus
like Lotus,
but it's just clearing the path for like your higher purpose.
No, she's so much happier, I can't even tell you. She's with a boyfriend she's totally in love with now. She's not living a lifestyle she can't afford on her own. She's free to travel because she doesn't have this expensive house in Malibu, you know. So yeah, everything she asked for happened.
Well, don't not do Kambo if you're worried.
Just make sure you know why you're doing it.
But no, it's just you know, like really, it will magnify your intention.
Yeah,
that's really what it does. So, and do it. Not just like you got some vision board and something happens. This medicine, you will notice a huge energetic effect. Like the next day, you're like, whoa, what the heck, you know?
For real, like unbelievable.
And so these vision board things, this is all like great and stuff, but to manifest, you have to manifest through your whole essence of your existence, your spirit, your body, your mind, your heart, you know, and so so Kambo allows that. Yeah,
Kambo is, I like to think like ayahuasca is like a picnic in the park, and Kambo is the trippiest, weirdest shit ever.
Ayahuasca can be intense.
Yeah.
You just haven't had one yet.
I've been lucky.
But it's different.
It's different. Yeah. I literally thought I was dying when I did the Kambo, and I was just like, because as the peptides hit your body, you start to kind of lose almost like control over your limbs, and you're like, whoa. It's almost like a opium feeling or something like that. Like
that. Yeah, it's interesting you brought that up. So that's not common for everybody.
Right.
There is one peptide in there that they say is 4,000 times stronger than morphine once it connects to your body. Wow. And so sometimes you can feel pretty high. And it's I've seen some people like their hands will clench like this, which medically they say is an electrolyte thing, but that happens during Kundalini yoga and
it happens exactly, and it's releasing of trauma.
Mm-hmm. And people feel like energy going through, you know.
Yeah, you like basically when you do a lot of breath work and you're releasing, your hands start to get locked into this position, and so it's interesting that happens.
Yeah. So the Kambo experience, just to tell people about what that's like, is once the medicine's applied, they're going to start to feel the effects in like 10, 15 seconds, depending on the strength of the medicine and stuff, of course, but and placement on the body. But generally everyone feels it pretty dang quick. And then there's this like big rush of like your skin will get all red, there's like blood flowing, your head will start to have this really interesting vibration in there, like throbbing and pulsing kind of sensations, like when you feel it in the head first. So the energy starts in the head, and then it starts to feel it in the belly, and then through the whole body. And they will tell you, the shamans down there, that when the energy is gone from the stomach, that's when the process is over. And so what'll happen after the head kind of hits, like you might feel really good during this time. There's like sensations, there's maybe that tingling sensation and all that stuff, and then it starts to kick out toxins in your body, and then it doesn't feel good. And so really Kambo feels good. How toxic your body is
feels bad when it comes out.
So you get to really take responsibility and see what's going on with you.
Yeah.
And the process, if I give you the same dose every time and you worked with Kambo pretty regularly, it would get easier and easier each time. Yeah. You're still going to vomit and stuff, but it just flows quick. It's moving quick.
I've done it 3 times, and the difference is unbelievable. The first time was really hard. the last time was really easy.
Yeah, and you've also had like space between your
Yeah.
sessions. If you were to do them close together,
Yeah.
you would see it move even quicker. But yeah, so then bile will get shot into the stomach, and then you'll go through about 10 minutes of why the hell did I do this medicine?
Yeah.
Or like, I can't believe I'm doing this
Why
medicine
have I
again.
done this to myself?
That's my
This is
second time,
stupid.
or like I'm paying this person for this shit. And so then this process usually lasts about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I'm talking generally. Of course, it's about that long, but and then that's when the vomiting starts, and that just you're feeling the energies. First time I did Kambo many years ago, it was like 7 years ago. I had just come out of a modeling career where I was doing a lot of cocaine and partying and stuff, and taking steroids as well, and like that shit came out of me, and all the metals from the steroids, like I was sweating and like not able to purge for a little while, and I see this with people taking hormones and stuff, and then I was just like vomiting, and I could taste cocaine, I could taste metal and bile and whatever, and I was like hanging on for my life. I thought that these guys totally messed up. I thought I was gonna die, and I was upstate New York, and it was served to me by somebody who really didn't know what they were doing. And I work with drug addicts and people going through detoxes now, and there's a way to serve it to them gently, because all that stuff doesn't need to be shot out all at once. And you can't just serve everybody the same amount of medicine.
So do you normally talk to people before to find out why they're coming, what their issues are, what their lifestyle has been?
Yeah, we talk to people. I'm setting some new stuff up on my website where there's a questionnaire a little bit better. But really, you can feel the person's energy. Mm-hmm. And of course, if people are having any specific health issues or things like that. But the other thing also is, my ceremonies have gone from doing this like whole speeches and all this stuff, and then after really working with the matses a lot, I've seen that there is no ceremony there. This is not, to be honest, it's not even a sacred medicine for them. It's just a medicine for them. Yeah. It's a part of their life. Yeah. They don't have any warrior initiations where people are taking heroic doses of Kambo. It's not a macho thing. It's a way of life only. I've done it with 3-year-olds
for children.
And here's the thing: you'll like.
Do they do it to animals?
They'll give it to dogs.
Wow.
You can put it on the nose or on their butt, and this little guy doesn't need Kambo, I don't think. It'll make him not lazy. It heightens all the senses. Yeah. Cleanses them as well. But anyway, so when we're down there, like they'll serve people the medicine, and literally, I'm talking 5-year-olds will walk off down behind the bush, like down a hill, like 30 feet away. One goes over there, they just go off, and they're not being watched. There's no hand holding. And then they lay out like palms for like the gringos, and they're like laying there, like all this, and like these kids just come, they do it. And there is a different mentality there that they have. They've been brought up, when they get sick, they'll take a purgative to get better. Yeah. We take like Tylenol and whatever. Yeah. Or,
But look, even a dog goes and eats grass so they can puke. It's that simple. Or, if you don't want to puke, take some activated charcoal.
Sure. So I see ceremonies being done, or sessions, I don't know what you really call them properly, but all through the United States. And there's a lot of people who are making this whole freaking ritualized thing about it, and they are missing the point of what the Kambo is really about. And it's important that the practitioner, has been initiated from the tribes and actually held the frog in their hand and like caught, like felt the energy and the connection, and so it's more about like being a person of like strength with the Kambo medicine that's serving it, and just serve it and let I let the people go through their process. Yeah. And then there's other people, they're doing this whole ritual, and there's also and then there's also a blend of people applying like shamanic work to it as well, like Ikaros or using a chakapa, which is a palm shaker which clears energy. These are some of the things I use sometimes, but like it's not all about that. I really keep it simple. This is called kamalunga, and these dark seeds in here are the kamalunga seed. There's garlic and onions and some camphor, and it's in cane alcohol. None of these ingredients are edible ones.
And what is this for?
So this will protect your energy.
So do you drink that?
I'll put it on myself, and I put it on the participants. I drink a tiny bit sometimes. It doesn't taste that great. So
it doesn't look that good, but medicine doesn't.
You want to smell it?
Yeah.
That's good. You can put some on.
But isn't it amazing what plants can do?
There you
go. Wow.
Yeah, it's really good actually.
It smells really good.
So I'll literally, so I serve it with cassava or a juice sometimes, and then put the medicine on, and I watch, like, I have to tell this because this is about healing with these medicines.
Mm-hmm.
There's one guy who I was serving Kambo to a handful of times, and like 10 maybe, or 6 or something, and the first couple of times he was like, oh my God, and grabbing onto my hand so hard that like I thought he was gonna break my hand, and I'm trying to like pull it off, and I'm like, you're okay, man, just breathe, you know, and I was, and he's grabbing on my feet, and I'm like, dude, you got this, just breathe, take a breath, this is all you need.
It's all about the breath, for sure.
And and then the second session, he was a little bit like that, and the third session, he's throwing up while filling someone's water up.
Whoa.
And he found his power.
Yeah.
And then I did a retreat like a year later down in San Diego, and there's this guy down there on a mountain, and he is like this freaking shaman guru guy, and he has these people like get their mats all comfortable, and then he'll have them come up one at a time and serve them for like 45 minutes on like a yoga block. I'm like, this is freaking uncomfortable. While he shakes a bunch of rattles and whatever over your head. And my friend, I was serving some people and he was serving some other, and my friend's grabbing onto his feet. Like, oh my God. And like he fell back into this, and I told him later, I'm like, dude, you gave this guy all your power. This is not about him.
Yeah.
This is about you and your connection with the medicine, and you applying this, being with this, so that you can actually have this change your life without anybody else needing them. And he's like, oh my God, you're right. I can't believe that.
I know. The thing is, like, we're so stuck in what we have been taught that when you tell people that a medicine can help you do certain things, like, if I tell people, you got a cold, let me serve you a soup with 50 cloves of garlic.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But it heals them,
mm-hmm.
but they don't want to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
They want like something else, something more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
When my brother was like on high blood pressure medicine, and I got him off it in 2 weeks through like whole food and juicing, you know, he was like, this is unbelievable, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I'm like, it is that simple.
You can't make a lot of money on that.
Yeah.
And these pharmaceuticals are, wow. You know, I mean, the peptide was actually discovered from Kambo. And so there's so many pharmaceuticals made from that.
But they say that unless it's the whole, the way the frog does it, it's not nearly as effective.
It's way different, yeah. Well, they'll like extract a peptide, and then they synthesize it, and then they can piggyback like an Alzheimer's medication on it, and it'll be able to cross the blood-brain barrier. So there's good that's coming out of it. But my point that I was trying to say is that it's so simple, and what you were saying, what we can heal ourselves with, and you know these, like I've given Kambo to people, and after one session, even 2 sessions, I go to their doctors, and they're like 63 years old or older or whatever, and they're like, your blood pressure is the same as when you were in your 20s. Yeah. You don't need to take this chemical anymore. What did you do? And they're like, I did this frog poison.
And the doctor will say, like, I misdiagnosed you. Every time, if they can. They're like, well, you mustn't have had the disease in the first place. Then.
Super confusing. Another thing, my aunt, she's from Australia, and she couldn't write with her right hand for 10 years. She had carpal tunnel syndrome. And after giving her Kambo 3 times, 2 in one day, 1 in the next day, she flew home and filled out her customs form with the right hand for the first time. I'm talking like a day after. My friend Moses got in a car accident. He was in like a neck brace. He couldn't even move. And I I went over and gave him 2 combo sessions, one each day, just a little bit, and I'd applied it to the neck. And again, I don't know if there's like a meridian there that actually is relevant, but there's definitely more blood flow going and whatever, so who knows, there's no real science or proof about that, just to clarify again. But the next day his brace was off, and the doctors were telling him that he's going to need an operation.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's huge for inflammation, like massive. It's just unbelievable.
So it's like, for all of you who are suffering with illnesses, if you choose not to do Kambo, that's your decision. I understand it's scary. But really, if you want to heal, do Kambo. Shut up and puke.
Yes. Shut up and puke. No, it's, I like focus on what it is doing for you. What do you want out of it? Don't focus on what the experience is going to be like. There's
who cares? It's like 15 minutes of puking.
And there's a track record of people from the beginning of time using this medicine safely. It's safe. It's very effective. So focus on that. Just go do it. And like with fertility, people have a baby. Like, it's crazy.
Really?
What happens. Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, if you want a baby, go.
Or if you don't want a baby.
So for someone who is listening, who is considering, but is feeling scared, what is your greatest, quickest advice?
Yeah, just what I just said, just understand that. The next thing is maybe like clean up your life a little bit energetically, and it'll make a little bit more space for you to be open to coming and doing something like this. But it's just do it, I think. But I don't know, really for me, I think just really look at like the experience of the person, and also just the experience of humanity using Kambo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I thank you so much, Bryce. I think we've gone through it all, and people understand if they want to heal. This is really a miracle, plant medicine or animal medicine. And Bryce, how would they get a hold of you if they would like to work with you?
Yeah. We also we're going to be doing a training with the Matses in the U.S. here, which is going to be cool. I have some other projects going on. So, keep in touch. My website is kambohealingme.com. I have an Instagram and a Facebook page, and I've been gone in Peru for 5 months, and so I kind of just put a little pause on it. So now it could be back.
So
stuff,
let's say you live in Middle America and you want to do it. Could they contact you? And
they absolutely can. We travel. Like I'm going to Seattle, Grass Valley, just different places. Like I've been to New York, New Orleans. If people have a group of people, we'll travel out there. Or
so how many is a group of people?
Just really depends. I don't know. Usually I'll go out there for like maybe 10 people. I don't know, but we do like a 3 or 4 day process usually. Yeah. And we also work with some other medicines.
And how much for a person who is looking to do Kambo, how much would they expect to spend?
We're always I'm always open to helping people if they don't have money.
I've seen them take homeless people and heal them off their crack and like.
that was good. Normally it's $130 for a session, but there's like packages, and then like I said, if people really don't have the money, I used to put it on the website, and then everyone would always be asking, so I kind of leave it up to them to make their own initiative to their healing. But
don't let it stop you. Like if you really feel like you don't have the money to do it, don't let that stop you. There's ways. Yeah,
and I feel something important to go along with that is that you have to present some sort of energy for your own healing. So if there's some kind of exchange that can happen, and even if it's like you're going to clean out this person's house, it's not even affecting me directly. It'll make you put the energy into your own healing. So.
Yeah, because we fool ourselves. We think we want to heal, but often people really are attached to their sicknesses and really don't want to heal because they have become that, So it's very important you sit with yourself and you're like, what do I want? Do I want to heal? Do I want to be healthy? Do I want to live a healthy lifestyle? Or do I want to eat toxic shit and feel sick for the rest of my life? Like, be clear. Just be clear. You have free will. You can do whatever you want to do. But be clear with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good advice. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, it's my
For
pleasure.
the little guy here sitting on me.
Yeah, well, I could have talked to you 3 more days, so.
Should we do combo with the dog? No.
He's smiling at me. He's like, sure. Okay.
He already has enough energy.
Yeah.
When I open the door. Well, great. Yeah, I hope that answers everybody's questions or some of them. And you can email me and ask like specifics if you have anything as well.
Yeah, if you have specific questions about like health related, you can email him and he will help you and guide you to other alternative practitioners I've seen you do. So don't hesitate. There's help. There's help all around you. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.